Comp titles. Authors hate them. The industry professionals love them. Here's why they're a problem. If you don't know what a comp title is, you probably have never tried to gain a literary agent or aimed for Big Five traditional publishing, and you live a blessed life. In general, literary agents are the industry gatekeepers, and they tend to say, compare your novel to X or Y. Now, this isn't like saying, okay, compare yourself to Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. If it's a big bestseller, Harry Potter, anything like that, that's an automatic, they're going to laugh you out of the room. They want you to exhibit that you understand the industry, to show that you've been paying attention, and generally they're looking for reasonably well-selling novels that were probably a debut within the last 2 or 3 years. So nothing old, nothing that happened before the industry became the way it is. Of course, what this really is they're looking for what they think will sell. They're looking for something that's hitting the current trends that they've been seeing, something that they personally believe speaks to them or that they can pitch to the big publisher or book retailer or whatever it is. So by default, this means they don't want you to mention an indie book or an indie series. They don't want you looking at stuff that's terribly unique, stuff that spoke specifically to you as a well-read person or anything like that. No, it's got to be what market tastemakers have decided is a good thing to promote, that they want to promote. So why is this a bad thing? I mean, I think you can tell. It's pushing everything new, all the fiction into like a narrow little box, and it's a stale echo chamber. And that's what we see on store shelves, and that is doing a disservice to readers. I think it's contributing to why readers are reading less. One of the many contributing factors. Overall, I'm not expecting the industry to change, but I do think that readers are going to have to change ourselves. If you want to find work that's unique, original, something that's kind of a breath of fresh air, you might have to look further afield than Barnes & Noble or the big top best-selling series that are trending on Amazon. Unfortunately, it does take a lot of digging. That's what I do. I find gems in the indie book realm and not at the very top of the lists either. I tend to have to look, and I have found some great gems out there by talking to other readers and so forth. But when I say other readers, I don't mean someone that reads 1 or 2 books per year. I mean people that read 100 books per year. Those are generally people that are paying a lot more attention and digging through the slush, so to speak. Look for adventurous readers, people that are genuinely curious and finding new things to read. I do think if change is going to come to the book industry, it might have to come from the ground up.